What a season. What a season. Let's start off with South Africa, Kalahari Conference.
Yeah.
The first time the league expanded to South Africa.
Yeah.
How did South Africa do in terms of hosting these games?
Kalahari Conference to me was very impressive. You know, it started off the BAL season in the right way, the way that you wanted to be started off with. The vibes were there, the feelings were there. You felt like you wanted to be right there. I'm like, why are we not there? You know, so it was great from that perspective. You know, you have Petro, definitely showed themselves as a veteran presence. You had Foos that came out on top of that conference, really showcasing that debutante teams have the ability to be able to just come into a tournament and nobody knows you, and you just
make your mark.
Absolutely, run away with it. Absolutely,
South Africa was able to host a successful conference. This is not new to South Africa in terms of hosting sporting events. I think it being in Pretoria, it was very central. The arena wasn't far. But at the same time, you saw the people come out. I think BAL did something exceptional, which was the integration of bringing social life to sports, right? That marriage has always worked.
Absolutely.
And so you saw the who's who of anybody you could think of, Pearl Susi, Nadia Nakai,
the socialites and the influencers.
All the socialites and influencers. It was a thing to be at a BAL game. So I think that helped. Of course, having some of these people perform during the halftime and pre and post games is another contributing factor. If I, for example, let's say Mike is not a big basketball lover, but I'm a big fan of, and a lot of these guys that performed, they are superstars in their own right within South Africa, right? And so if I'm a big fan of Nadia Nakai, for example, right, I am gonna rock out, even if I'm not there for the basketball.
Right,
I'm definitely gonna be there. And from there, I think it's just
from
like
a marketing standpoint,
phenomenal.
They did an exceptional job.
Absolutely.
So I think that worked out.
Okay, so then let's talk about basketball. They did the job of hosting. A great tournament. But what about the teams? We saw some new teams. First, the Rabat, Dynamo Burundi. How was...
Man, Foos definitely showed us what they did not only translate necessarily from the conference, but they also were the #1 ranked team going into the playoffs as well because of how well they did. With that being said, you have Dynamo, who balled out their very first game, but due to some politics, were not able to continue and further their their tournament, how should we call it?
The journey.
The journey concluded basically by game 2. Unfortunately,
unceremoniously.
Absolutely.
It concluded undefeated.
Yeah, absolutely.
So at least they have a winning record.
They have a win record.
Right. So they can say on a technicality they were the only team to never have lost.
Undefeated.
All depends on how you look at it.
Absolutely. It's about perspective.
Yeah, and then you had the veterans teams in the Cape Towns and Petro as well. Petro being the team to win the entire,
Absolutely.
So it's the Kalahari Conference really had, the winners, and then Cape Town Tiger kind of, finding a way to make it through, but also making it to that third place game as well.
Right.
So
we should mention that the Cape Town Tigers actually beat Petro de Luanda. The only game.
Absolutely. So you also have, as a Cape Town Tiger fan now, you have something, even as the players, you can think to yourself, look, the team that won the whole thing, we were able to beat them. Right. We beat them. So, it's something that they can basically look forward to and bring it to them for season 5.